sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert.
And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Man out. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Broncos 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Yo. Panther 11, 51 to Mike.
Now it's Rudolph.
Let's go.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Here we go, D. Joker.
Alert! Shot alert!
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
I don't think you got it, son. Watch the ship. Hey.
White team, pioneer.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Now Rudolph.
All day, baby. All day.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
19 Tiger. They can't hang with us.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer.
2nd and 5. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Back to throw again. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the Steelers' 47-yard line.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the slant. Watch the
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
move. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. 18 Wrap it.
They'll set up a throw. This one swung out to Williams. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Back to throw here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have...
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air, 38 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action, it's Rudolph. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
49, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Buffalo 18. 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Second down at 5.
Watch the curl. Check 43.
Panther Street. Reload. Kirk. Right there.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. Fights off the defender. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come off the ball hard. Panther 11. There in the middle. 55.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That one caught by Carter. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mike's 59. Street. Hey, they're scared.
Mike, check, 59.
Back in 60. Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
You can't block me.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hustle, hustle, hustle. Check.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Check Mike, check Mike.
19 tight, 19 tight.
49's the Mike, watch for it. Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
49's the Mike, 49's the Mike. Know your job.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Here we go.
Now Rudolph on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, it's Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Rudolph off play action.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Check smash. Check smash.
You. 51.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run with Harris. Room here to run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Mike 51.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
55's Mike,
They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 145 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rudolph now to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Let's go. Mike 51.
Rudolph looking to throw it.
I got him.
Johnson's got it complete. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Andy Isabella from 4 yards out. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
All day, baby, all day.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And bulldozing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Mike 5.
Second and 9 now.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Flushed out right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Come on.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight left.
They'll run again with Harris. Shifts by him. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Crunch time, defense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On the give, this is Harris. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On the ground, it's Harris. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A huge play there for Denver. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to work. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 37 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll drop to throw. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st down, it's Mack. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Set up. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to